I heard about the trouble, but I never dreamed it was going to be so extensive.
The Crown Heights riots on August 19, 1991.
Ethnic and racial differences exploding.
Started when a Hasidic man's station wagon spun out of control on President Street while he tried to keep up with the Grand Rebbe's motorcade.
God, I don't like to think about.
An emotional Erica Benjamin remembering how 7-year-old Gavin Cato was pinned under the vehicle and his cousin critically hurt. The Orthodox driver was whisked from the scene.
I left the kids there.
Richard Green of the Crown Heights Youth Collective says a better equipped city ambulance was rushing to respond, but it was too late for Gavin.
9 minutes.
It took 9 minutes.
Took 9 minutes from Kings County to the site.
Soon after, angry groups started gathering in the streets. One group beat and stabbed a visiting rabbinical student from Australia, Yankel Rosenbaum. He died at Kings County Hospital after doctors failed to detect one of the wounds. The riots lasted 4 days.
Violence exploded as the mob spotted news vans, forcing the media inside the building.
Dr. Harvey Lang was driving home from Tannersville, New York. He ran into the crowds at Crown Street.
And all of a sudden, a mob came, a mob of 50, maybe 100 people, smashed up my car, my face. I was totally traumatized for months after that. I was actually afraid to drive.
Some businesses were burned.
I don't know who to blame.
Activists like Al Sharpton and the late Sonny Carson were criticized for bringing outsiders to Crown Heights. Richard Green was summoned by then-Mayor David Dinkins to help defuse the situation.
We met at City Hall.
You and the mayor?
Me and the mayor.
When Dinkins visited Gavin Cato's father on President Street, residents threw debris at his police detail. Green agrees with many in the Hasidic community who think the outsiders drove the unrest.
There was people there that was angry about the children, of course. But I think most folks want to make their point, and they find, here's a good opportunity for us to ring the bells of change.
The police department is going to enforce the law. They must enforce the law.
Lemrick Nelson was acquitted of murdering Yankel Rosenbaum at a state trial, but later convicted in federal court of violating Rosenbaum's civil rights. Rosenbaum's brother Norman, a lawyer, flew to the U.S. from Australia 250 times seeking justice. This gate outside 1681 President Street in Crown Heights was not here on that night 30 years ago when Gavin Cato was hit by the car while he was fixing his bicycle. But there is one remnant of that night that does remain. It's this large boulder that used to be affixed to the stoop. And 3 decades later, Hasidic Jews are walking the streets peacefully with their black neighbors, sometimes traveling on scooter. One resident said the Minnesota police murder of George Floyd in 2020, which spawned international protests, led to people here having more empathy for each other.
And everybody is helpful right now. It felt good to have a community like that, everybody looking out for one another.
I'm Mary Murphy, Pix 11 News.